Hey guys, what's up? My name is Dan and welcome back to the channel. Before I do this video, obviously I just want to say that apologies for not doing a video for the last week or so. I had tooth surgery, had to have all my wisdom teeth taken out, which is absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I couldn't do a video last week, so not that it really mattered, to be honest with you. Nothing really happened last week in regards to Arsenal. But yeah, obviously, life happens, and I had some bad news over the weekend as well, so I haven't really done a video until today. Kind of mainly, I'm just doing it because obviously there's stuff to talk about with Arsenal, but also trying to distract myself. I've got a week off work, so just trying to distract myself and do something fun, I guess. We're going to talk about Arsenal today, obviously. Before I do that, I obviously want to say what a tragic loss of Diogo Jota and his brother, Andre. Yeah, devastating, absolute shock. Obviously, you never want to see anyone go through that kind of thing. Doesn't matter what team you are, doesn't matter what club you are, doesn't matter what fan you are. These are all people, normal human beings, and he was doing really well. Obviously, he had a really good few months, and yeah, just to be snuffed out like that is absolutely tragic. So, hard goes out to him and his family. But that's all I really want to say on the matter. Obviously, I'm not going to talk too much about it. I just wanted to say that because obviously it's still quite fresh. And yeah, so let's get into the video. Obviously, guys, obviously Zubimendi and Kepa have both been signed now for the clubs. First couple of signings done, which is great. Zubimendi feels like he's been an Arsenal player for ages. Obviously, he hasn't, but it feels like it was announced. Technically it was announced back in January. We were going to sign him. Spent the last few months knowing that he was going to go to the club, but just waiting on the official announcement. And yeah, it's a good signing, brilliant. Obviously, Thomas Partey's left now. Tomiyasu's left as well. We'll talk about that in a minute. I'm not going to talk too much about Thomas Partey. I think he did well for the club while he was here. Injury ridden, but still did well. And it was always, I think, clear that we were going to let him go. There was kind of like a last minute thing where apparently we're going to get him a new contract. I think that was never realistic. I think that was probably maybe just media speculation. But it is what it is. He's gone now, which is fine. I think it's a good step for the club. The way they handled the situation is not 100% to my liking, to be honest with you. I get there's legal restraints. He couldn't be named for so much time because there was an investigation, and because he wasn't named, and the club couldn't really suspend him or do much about it. Everyone's presumed innocent till proven guilty, and employees have rights. You can't just dismiss someone willy nilly. You have to have due reason, and obviously, if there's being under investigation isn't enough reason to suspend players. So there is legal restraints, but it's still, especially with these rumours that we're willing to sign him to a new contract. It's just in bad taste. Just hopefully, the truth comes out in the trial and with trials. I think there's going to be more than one. And whatever happens. Hopefully, the victims and him as well, if it turns out to be false. I mean, there's still a possibility. Hopefully, the truth will out, and everyone can just heal from that point on. That's all I'm going to talk about him. And I'm not going to talk about Thomas Partey anymore. He's not an Arsenal player anymore. I'm not bothered what he does or where he goes. Obviously, the timing as well. Just want to add the fact that the timing was suspicious. Well, it was suspicious. We released him. He became a free agent. That meant that he could have gone abroad if he wanted to. He most likely would have gone abroad to a new club. And obviously, the Met didn't want him to go abroad, so they had to do something, and that's why. I mean, it's not Arsenal's fault. It's not like Arsenal going, okay, we're going to cut you off now, and okay, now you can charge him. It was a case of, well, the cut-off date came and went. We didn't renew him. He became a free agent, and then obviously the Met had a decision to make, and they made it. So that's pretty much all. I mean, it looks a little sus, but it's not really when you actually start to think about it. Anyway, Zubimendi is an absolute upgrade on him. He's going to come in and be a really, really good player for us. He's basically a CDM, but I think he can play well. A bit like Declan Rice can play good with his feet and do really good passes and go forward a little bit more. So we should be really a lot more fluid in our midfield play anyway, which is brilliant. Um, Top signing. There was no excitement over it because obviously it was essentially announced months ago, but it's still a good signing. And it's still a good player to come in. Obviously Liverpool wanted him. Whether I don't think he regrets that because they won the league. But if Liverpool want a player right now as champions, it's a sign of how good the player is. So we've picked them to that. He refused them and stayed at Sociedad and then accepted Arteta's call. Arteta has pull, man. Arguably more pull than Arne Slot, in my opinion. But having said that, Slot just got Verts in, so that's debatable. But anyway, brilliant player, top player. I can't wait to see him play for the club. Kepa, obviously, underwhelming again. Kepa, the whole meme thing about him. $5 million, £5 million, sorry. Considering what they paid for him, considering what Chelsea paid for him, we've completely robbed Chelsea. That was a terrible decision from them. I think he absolutely is their best goalkeeper right now. And they sold him for £5 million to a team that's better than them at the moment. So did really well for Bournemouth. If we signed him for Bournemouth, he was a Bournemouth goalkeeper. If Bournemouth had bought him from Eredivisie or something and they got him in and did what he did last season, I think we'd be a lot more pumped about it. Blatantly going to be the backup to David Raya. David Raya's not going anywhere. But we do need a goalkeeper that can come in. There's going to be times when Raya may have a knock or maybe tired or maybe saved to the Champions League or a big Premier League game. We need to rotate our goalkeepers at some point in the season. And Kepa can come in and do really well, especially if we've got our first team defence in front of him. I think Kepa's going to do really well for us as a backup goalkeeper. And like I said, if he wants to challenge for the first team spot, go for it. Because David Raya needs to challenge because he got the golden boot last year, if I'm not mistaken. And he didn't even really have any competition. Neto was a bit of a dud signing. I think Neto started one game for us, maybe? I can't even remember. He barely played for us. And now Kepa's going to be a lot more of a threat to David Raya. And hopefully that just keeps Raya on his toes, which is brilliant. I touched on it just a minute ago as well. Tomiyasu obviously leaving as well. And we paid out his contract. I think he had a year or two left on it. I think he had a year left on his contract. We paid that out. He's injured now. He's still injured. He's going to be injured for about another 4 or 5 months apparently. Bit surprised. Normally we would have just kept him on and then kept him in maybe till January and then probably let him go in January when he was fit. Bit surprised that we've let him go while he's in the middle of his rehab, but I think it was obviously something that he wanted to do because I don't think he would have accepted it if he didn't. So it was obviously something that he wanted to do. I would imagine that he probably approached the club and said, "Hey, can you let me go? Or I want to do this, I want to do that, blah blah blah." So he's a free agent now. He can get signed by anyone. Obviously, they would have to know that he won't be playing them for probably until Christmas, Christmas time ish. But yeah, he's free to sign for anyone now, which is cool. All the best to Tomiyasu. I mean, again, one of those players that every Arsenal fan loves. Just injury ridden, suspiciously injury ridden. Actually, he's been off for quite a long time. He had a really good couple of years, if I'm not mistaken. When we signed him, he was brilliant, and then got injured, and he's just been injured ever since. It's been crazy. But hopefully he can kickstart his career again, get a decent team, and then go from there, and hopefully stay healthy and rebuild his career because he absolutely deserves it. He seems like an absolute top guy, and I wish him nothing but the best. Going to the rumours now, I don't want to do too much, but it looks like Victor Gyökeres is going to be the next Arsenal striker. Fabrizio Romano coming out yesterday, flurry of tweets, not just him but Ornstein as well. Flurry of tweets is saying that talks have progressed in the last day or two, that he's 99% done. He's accepted his contract details. He signed his contract. He's left his girlfriend because she apparently wanted him to stay in Portugal. He's taken a $2 million pay cut apparently to end his contract or something. I don't know, but he's taken a pay cut. The guy actually reeks of desperation to be an Arsenal player, which is brilliant. That's what you want. You want players to want to play for the team, and he seems to do that. So great. Again, Portuguese to the Premier League is a jump. You don't know how it's going to be, but he's done everything he needs to do. He's an absolute monster. He's definitely something that we don't have already. And I think Odegaard's going to flourish with him. I think Saka's going to flourish with him. Even Martinelli, whoever we have on the left wing, I think he's going to flourish. So that looks like it's almost done. Maybe in a day or two, hopefully before Friday, they'll announce it, and then I can do another video on it. Looks like Eze could be the guy after that, and then there's the whole idea of Rodrigo, but that's a bit up in the air at the moment. I think Rodrigo's a little bit too much. But if we do get him, then that's an absolute statement signing. That's on par with Verts going to Liverpool, in my opinion. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, at the moment, so far so good. A couple of good signings in. Obviously now, pre-season starts in a week or two, and obviously Arteta wants most of his signings done before then, so that they can do a pre-season. You want to have a good pre-season with these new players in now. To get them bedded in so that you can start the season on the front foot as best as possible. So let's wait and see. I think Victor Gyökeres could be signed this week. If it's going by what yesterday was going, then I think he could be signed by the end of this week. And then, yeah, brilliant. Centre defensive mid was a position we needed to fill. Backup goalkeeper is a position we needed to fill. Striker is a position we needed to fill. Madueke, I'm not going to talk too much about him. Apparently, it's an option. If we sign Gyökeres and, God forbid, Rodrigo, and then we get Madueke, fine. I'm just worried that Madueke is going to be our only wide attacking player signing, which is what I don't want. He's undoubtedly bringing in to challenge Saka. Saka hasn't really had a real challenge at the right wing for a long time. He needs someone to come in. And Madueke's got a skill. Obviously, he did really well before he went to Chelsea. He's obviously stagnated a little bit at Chelsea because they got so many players. That's what happens. But yeah, as long as he's not our only signing, if we've got two signings that in our attacking position more, and then if we bring him in as a third, fine. Especially if it's like 30 million. They want 50 million for him. That's never, ever, ever going to happen. 40 million as well is even too much for me, in my opinion. 35 is a decent amount. And we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, let me know what you think about the signings you make, Kepa and Zubi. Let me know about players leaving. We think about Gyökeres as well. Everyone's got an opinion on him. Sesko, obviously, I think Sesko was the main target, but 90 million euros, you're having a laugh, mate. You're a joke. And he'll probably leave this summer, but I don't think he's going to come to Arsenal now. I think he's going to go somewhere else. I don't even think he's going to go to Man United. Man United don't have European football, so I think they're going to get covered loan, in my opinion. But anyway, let me know what you think about all these things, and we'll have a talk about it in the comments. And yeah, I'll talk to you as soon as something else happens, as long as I'm free, obviously. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. This is a new video of the new season, by the way. It's a brand new playlist. So if you want to see all my other videos, just go on the playlist and look at my 2024 to 2025 playlist. This is only a 2025 to 26 playlist, so brand new playlist because it's obviously a new season. So, and it's been a long time since I had to do an Arsenal video. Nothing's really happened with Arsenal, to be honest with you, for a while. So it's nice to talk about stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys very soon. Adios.